Tonight on Nightline, stick 'em up. The new age of the bank robbery, the notes, the tapes and the getaways. Tonight, we're on the trail of a serial bank robber. Is your bank safe? And could it be making itself an easy target? Roadside assistance, one car boss forced out, a merger mandate for the other. But will the president's plan put an end to the car troubles or simply postpone their failure? Plus, the death of celebrity. Hepburn, Bogart, Taylor. The beauty, the style, the grace. Whatever happened to the glamorous golden age of celebrity? We ask one of the original Gossip Girls.
From the global resources of ABC News with Terry Moran, Martin Bashir, and Cynthia McFadden in New York City, this is Nightline, March 30th, 2009.
Good evening. Across the country today, ordinary bank staff have been told, sometimes by note, other times at gunpoint, to hand over cash. According to the United States Census Bureau, there are 25 such robberies every day, about 9,000 each year. And in cities like New York, bank robberies have reached their highest level in 15 years. It's difficult to know whether this is the effect of the current economic downturn, but one of the nation's most senior police officers believes that banks themselves may be largely to blame. It seems like the crime of our time. An armed standoff at a bank in South Carolina. A masked man walked in with a handgun, demanding cash. His business was collapsing, but nobody expected a former deacon from the local church to become an alleged bank robber. This grandmother from Ohio, a former bank teller, robbed 3 branches to support her son, who was deep in debt.
I would like to apologize for my actions.
And in the country's largest city,
it's a real big problem in the city of New York.
Bank robberies have spiked 57% in the last year. Nationwide, most bank jobs are done by petty criminals looking for a quick score.
We had 444 bank robberies last year citywide.
But the rising numbers are alarming, and cops are concerned.
That's the most bank robberies that the city experienced in 15 years.
Butch Nisi heads the New York Police Department's major case squad.
We track all our bank robbers citywide.
His team responds to every single incident.
Thank you, Central. Thank you.
It's an endless chase.
Good to see you.
We got the note?
We got the note.
All right, good.
Right here.
Another night, another robbery. And the latest thorn in the squad's side has struck again.
Ask the manager if both doors are unlocked during business hours. Thank you.
This man, who approaches bank tellers in a heavy coat and his face covered, who hands a note, threatens violence and makes a quick escape, has, since late January, spread his efforts across Manhattan. 14 robberies to date, including 4 attempts in a single afternoon. He's walked away with over $16,000, including more than $2,000 from this Wachovia.
This is the first time we see him not wearing gloves and with a clear shot of his face.
It's frustrating that we were here earlier, and because we had another incident a few blocks away, we went to that to assist the other detectives with that incident, which was actually another bank robbery.
It's become easy to rob a bank. You don't need a gun. You don't even need a threat. All you need, as I say, is a pen and a paper. That's the reality, and that's the word in the criminal community.
Everybody get down on the floor now!
Contrary to popular fiction, most robberies in New York City are not the shoot-'em-up Hollywood type like the one from Inside Man. Surprisingly, Woody Allen's comedic Take the Money and Run might be more accurate.
I am pointing a gun at you.
That looks like gub. That doesn't look like gun.
No, it's gun.
No, that's gub.
The robbers rarely flash guns. Most often, they just pass notes. Notes ranging from hostile, don't delay money, 13G, I f***ing killing everyone, to the polite, thank you, I have a gun, to the comical, stay clam, I got a gun, to the crudely artistic. Many replete with spelling errors and signs of a poor education.
Some of the incidents that we investigate are laughable. The way the perps walk in there, pass a note and they're able to walk out with money.
While the notes may be funny, these robbers get away with serious money.
Is this the same job?
Also on the wall, our suspect,
We linked these up because he had the same hood on both times, right?
who the squatters deemed Pattern 2 after piecing together the clues tying him
This and this guy's the same guy.
from scene to scene to scene.
This is definitely the same guy. He's wearing the same clothes all the time.
So the blame, in your view, is solely on the banks?
We didn't see this percentage of bank robberies when we had banks that look like banks.
No problem. Have a great day.
At TD Bank, the head of retail integration sees things very differently. So you think it's all related to the recession?
More than anything else, yeah. If you look at the economic times, people that can't make it don't always take personal responsibility.
Do you think the recession's a factor?
It may be, it may ultimately be, but it really hasn't manifested itself to us.
With legendary service and hassle-free 7-day banking.
Commissioner Kelly has saved his greatest criticism for TD Bank, which prides itself on its convenience and welcoming environment.
Oh, for crying out loud, what's not to like? Let's get going.
You made some critical comments about a particular bank, TD Bank. What's your concern with that particular bank?
We believe that their business model or the architecture in the bank is such that it's conducive and inviting for individuals to come in and try to get money, rob the bank. We believe that the ballistic barriers are a significant deterrent, and that bank has resisted.
Why have you created this environment? What's the core purpose behind it?
Service and convenience. It is absolutely
Not
our model.
security.
America's most
Not
convenient
security.
bank. Security becomes part of that.
Security is less important than that.
Nah, that would be twisting my words.
You just said service.
Service and convenience. And I would tell you
And
that
security comes third.
No. Service and convenience is part of security.
I think it's fair to say that many banks see robberies just as a cost of doing business.
This is about an industry issue. This is not a TD Bank issue. This is absolutely an NYPD and industry issue. Banks are being robbed. There is an increase in bank robberies, and it is not good for the industry.
Platoon, prepare for inspection.
Meanwhile, it's early morning roll call at the 20th precinct.
Good morning, guys.
The squad is here to share information and distribute wanted posters of Pattern 2.
He is very slick, quiet, and monotone when he walks into the bank.
They need as many eyes on the street as they can get.
If you grab a guy, we're not here to steal the glory. We're just here to help you out.
All they need is a tip-off. The number of bank robberies has reached such a critical point that Commissioner Kelly is even considering legislation that would force banks to enact security measures, a move that Kelly himself rejected back in 2003.
I was of the belief then that the banking industry saw the light and would make the requisite changes. That hasn't happened, so we may just have to resort to legislation.
Would you support legislative change?
I now think that probably the only way to go to get everybody on board.
To make banks legally obligated to have various security measures in every single branch?
Yes.
And you would support that if that were proposed?
It depends on how the legislation is written. It depends on what it calls for. But I'm now of the mind that that's what it's going to have. That's what it's going to have to be.
Major case squad's the march. I'm out.
Back at the major case squad, a tip and a breakthrough. Police say they've finally identified Pattern 2 to be this man, Michael Sikorsky, just 24 years old, an alleged serial bank robber still on the loose. But as each case draws to a close,
At this point, this looks like a new player.
another chase begins. And tonight, police tell us they're hopeful of an arrest in the case of the man they call Pattern 2. And when we come back, a last gasp for GM and Chrysler. President Obama throws the struggling automakers an unprecedented government lifeline and another scolding. But will it work?
ABC News Nightline, brought to you by Geico.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Oh, come on in. I had some other things you could tell people about Geico. Great claim service and a 97% customer satisfaction rate show people really trust us.
Yeah, right. That makes sense.
Trust is key when talking about Geico. You gotta feel it. Why don't you and I practice that with a little exercise where I fall backwards and you catch me?
No, sir. Honestly, I don't think...
No, we can do this.
Oh, dear.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I don't always let my bladder problems or the worry my pipes might leak compromise what I like to do, like hunting for bargains, not always bathrooms. I take care with Vesicare.
Once daily Vesicare can help control your bladder muscle and is proven to reduce frequent sudden urges and leaks day and night. If you have certain stomach or glaucoma problems or trouble emptying your bladder, do not take Vesicare. Tell your doctor right away if you have a serious allergic reaction, severe abdominal pain, or become constipated for 3 or more days. Vesicare may cause blurred vision, so take care while driving or doing unsafe tasks. Common side effects are dry mouth, constipation, and indigestion.
You deserve better than to always be compromised by urges and leaks. Ask your doctor today about taking care with Vesicare.
I care about how I look. That's why I use CoverGirl's new Simply Ageless Makeup with Olay Regenerist Serum. The department store brand can glob up in lines and actually make you look older. Simply Ageless makes you look amazing. From Olay and Easy Breezy Beautiful CoverGirl.
Vegetables need more time in the sun ripening and less time on the stove being overcooked. So to make Campbell's condensed soup, we don't boil it down. We just add less water from the start.
So many reasons it's so good.
Tomorrow, Charlie Gibson reports from the center of the Global Economic Summit on ABC's World News.
I don't want to rest, I want to dance.
Tomorrow, 2 stars will fall in the first double elimination.
There's no pressure there, right?
No.
ABC's Dancing with the Stars, the results live. Tomorrow, 9, 8 Central on ABC.
Here's what happened. We were informed yesterday that our bank, the bank that handles all of our affairs, was recently purchased by a large, bank. I spoke with somebody back on the East Coast. It sounds like a person. Are you a person? I am very confident.
Sterling Savings Bank.
That this is
now more than ever.
President Barack Obama suggested today that General Motors and Chrysler are at the final gas station before bankruptcy. The government has promised to financially back all new car warranties and may even offer thousands of dollars to anyone willing to buy an energy-efficient American car. But if these companies fail to reconstruct and regenerate themselves within a strictly limited period of time, well, then it may mean the scrap heap for both, as Chris Bury now reports.
The president, wielding far more stick than carrot, delivered the harshest message to a single American industry in modern memory.
Year after year, decade after decade, we've seen problems papered over and tough choices kicked down the road, even as foreign competitors outpaced us. Well, we've reached the end of that road, and we as a nation cannot afford to shirk responsibility any longer.
For GM, that meant forcing out longtime CEO Rick Wagoner, an unprecedented pressure play from the White House.
I think forcing a management change at the top of GM is a way for elected officials who will have to finance this restructuring to tell their constituents that there will be change. That's why it happened.
The man replacing Wagoner, GM veteran Fritz Henderson, knows he is in the hot seat now.
The president says your proposal as it is not strong enough. What exactly are you going to change about it?
Well, the proposals, their finding was we were not viable. And what they specifically said is that we need to do more, A. B, we need to do it faster.
GM has 60 days to come up with a new plan if it wants the billions needed to survive.
What we're asking for is difficult. It will require hard choices by companies.
Chrysler is under even more pressure. It must merge with Fiat, the Italian automaker, within 30 days or lose federal financing, virtually guaranteeing bankruptcy.
Well, they put a double-barreled shotgun to Chrysler's head, and if the company can't find a partner, which it certainly needs, it'd be difficult to see how Chrysler will survive as the entity we know today.
On Wall Street, the president's dramatic maneuvers were met with a Bronx cheer, the markets tumbling, automotive stocks in free fall. In Washington, one Republican who backed the bailout, Senator Bob Corker, warned Mr. Obama's breathtaking move should send a chill through Americans who believe in free enterprise. Even Michigan's Democratic governor had her doubts.
There should be tough love, but lots of love as well as tough. So let's have both pieces of that equation.
Mr. Obama's tough love led the Detroit Free Press to wonder in its lead editorial about unwarranted government meddling. So did some Michigan auto workers.
Some people feel the task force has come to our rescue, and some people ask for a razor blade so they can scrape off their Obama sticker off their car.
Over at the Union Hall, whose members make the cars of GM's future, this local president worried about sacrificing even more in wages and health care.
We're always here to help the company in any way we can. We always have been, but we feel that we've made enough cuts.
Do you think you're going to have to ask the UAW to go back and break open that contract?
I think the Automotive Task Force was pretty clear. The expectation is all parties are going to be asked to come back to the table.
The whole process will be about sacrifice. These companies are in trouble because they're not competitive today. They have too many plants, too many people, too many brands, too many of everything.
The alternative, as the president made clear, is some form of bankruptcy.
I'm confident that if each are willing to do their part, if all of us are doing our part, then this restructuring, as painful as it will be in the short term, will mark not an end, but a new beginning for a great American industry.
So tonight, the Motor City is on edge. It understands there's a new sheriff in town, and he's put the automakers on notice to either change their ways or else. I'm Chris Bury for Nightline in Detroit.
And the clock is certainly ticking. Our thanks to Chris Bury. And when we come back, how do the celebrities of today stack up to those of yesteryear? We ask the Grand Dame of Dish.
93% of those who tried Activia would recommend it.
Julia Tolbert, tell me your story.
Well, my irregularity was only occasional, and I honestly thought it was just a part of life.
What made you first try Activia?
I saw this ad, and I said, okay, I love yogurt, and hey, it worked.
Activia is clinically proven to help regulate your digestive system in 2 weeks when eaten every day.
Activia!
And now, try a delicious blend of cereal, fiber, and Activia yogurt. New Activia Fiber.
Last year, more than 500,000 investors opened an account at TD Ameritrade. Maybe because TD Ameritrade's fair and straightforward pricing made sense to them. Maybe for the range of products, not just stocks, but bonds, mutual funds, CDs, and the clear, objective guidance to help them choose. Or maybe because the people on the phone or in the branch just seemed like good people to work with. Knowledgeable and nice. So why not talk to TD Ameritrade? There's never been a better time for a second opinion.
Olay goes beyond everyday clean to a deep micro-clean. Olay Deep Cleansers reach the microparticles of dirt some basic cleansers can leave behind. For a clean so deep it's micro-clean. Olay Deep Cleansers.
Why let heartburn stop you when you can stop heartburn? Just one Zantac with a cool mint sensation can knock it out all day or all night for strong, lasting relief. Heartburn? Attack it. Zantac.
Not your usual cases.
You're not the pizza guy.
And this isn't a porn film.
Not your usual cops.
You're trying to kill yourself. Don't do it when I'm around.
ABC's The Unusuals premieres Wednesday, April 8th after a new Lost on ABC.
Day after day, you seem to get less and less value for your dollar. And day after day, your garage seems to get smaller and smaller. At Public Storage, $1 still gets you a great value. Just $1 pays for your first month's rent. We have a variety of storage spaces to choose from, so even in today's economy, you can still get a great value and regain your space. Call 1-800-44-STORE today or click on publicstorage.com to reserve your unit. Public Storage, the real storage experts. Call 1-800-44-STORE.
Looking for ways to improve your digestive health? Probiotic yogurt can help. Compare YoPlus. It has a unique combination of special cultures and fiber, plus vitamins A and D. In fact, YoPlus cultures are clinically proven to naturally regulate digestive health. And with creamy, delicious flavors like blackberry pomegranate, it has the great taste you expect from YoPlay. Make a smart choice for your digestive health. Switch to YoPlus today. Brand Power, helping you buy better.
This is your captain speaking. We are 14th in line for takeoff.
Beep, beep, beep. Looks like it's bumper to bumper on the interstate.
I gotta get to Cleveland.
Should have skipped that second soda.
Remember your belt, your watch, your shoes?
I wonder what gas costs today.
$7 for a pillow. An extra bag costs what?
I hate traffic.
The train is now arriving.
The train has arrived indeed. Amtrak. Enjoy the journey.
I felt like a blimp, or shall we say doughboy. Self-esteem was down. Heard about positive changes on TV. So, I decided I'd give it a shot. After losing 38 pounds, I can do more with my son. The running, the playing, and I'm not out of breath. There's a lot more to it than just losing the weight. Overall, I think a well-being has come around. To feel good about yourself all the time. Call Positive Changes. It'll do nothing but help. And it's a priceless program.
Call for your free consultation today. Positive Changes Hypnosis Centers. Yes, it works.
Nightline continues from New York City with Martin Bashir.
Becoming a celebrity, it seems, is no longer a particularly difficult task. There's no need for an Oscar-winning performance. Now you can appear on a reality TV show or fall out of a nightclub with a substandard singer and suddenly your name is in the papers. So has celebrity been eroded? Well, we asked someone who's been spotting stars over a lifetime. John Donvan now with Liz Smith in the Nightline interview.
Perhaps it was Madonna who summed it up best in her 1990s hit, Vogue.
On the cover of a magazine, Grace Kelly, Harlow Jean, picture of a beauty queen. Jean Kelly, Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, dance on air. They had style, they had grace.
They had style, they had grace, but even back then there was a nostalgia, and now it is the loss of that very style and grace that the doyenne of gossip, Liz Smith, is lamenting.
I think celebrity is dead for the moment. I always say Lindbergh was the first real American celebrity. And then the movies started, and the movies gave us stars, real stars. And the studios were created to cultivate these stars, teach them how to act, smoke a cigarette, drink a cup of tea. I mean, some of them were
They groomed these creatures.
Yes, the old studios, much as they were criticized, were like finishing schools. And what they produced was a phalanx of stars that have only just now begun to die out. Elizabeth Taylor is about the last of them. Katharine Hepburn is gone, all the great Bogart, Gable, all of them. So we worshiped those people, and they were really worth worshiping. They were fabulous. And when you said Greta Garbo, everybody knew who you meant, and she didn't have to be explained in 6 lines.
How are you? Glad to see you.
Liz Smith knew all of them. She didn't always write everything she knew.
We need a lead. We always need a lead.
Some of the really messy things, maybe because she actually believes that we're better for having a brush here and there with glamour and sophistication. And for decades, America liked its celebrities that way.
I love your line that nobody's a celebrity if you need 6 lines to explain who it is.
Well, they are. They're demi-celebrities. And I feel we only have demi-celebrities now. Now, gossip is a big, empty marshmallow cake, and there's nothing in it. I have had to contend with this 15-minute celebrity for about 20 years now, and I didn't care much for it. I didn't care for the mania of it. Oh, tell me what that person is really like.
According to Smith, it's the ad nauseum coverage of the stars these days that's contributing to the decline in old-time Hollywood glamour.
I think it's us, where they say, the celebrities, they're just like us. And then they show them coming out of coffee houses wearing ragged clothes. They look like rag pickers.
Right.
And they say they're just celebrities. They're just like us. I don't want my stars to be like us.
Why is that not a star to you?
It's just not. It doesn't have any glamour. I'm not that all interested either in showing them in an artificial kind of situation on the red carpet. I don't know why that has become a mania.
We took a look at some recent entertainment magazines, and in fact, there are still some big stars out there.
George Clooney, a great guy and a big star. Tina Fey is a really talented person. Mr. McDreamy, he's just wonderful. They are talented. They have talent. They have done things.
And for the woman who has written about all of them, receiving flowers like these is nothing unusual.
The flowers are from Mariah Carey, who said, "We must have lunch soon."
Smith thinks that although the spotlight may be fading from Los Angeles, Americans are ready to anoint a new Hollywood on the East Coast.
Washington has become the new Hollywood. Well, the Obamas are just celebrities par excellence. I mean, there's nothing you can write about them that isn't interesting to people. And they're, you know, great, glamorous. Washington is the place to be.
I'm John Donvan for Nightline in New York.
Our thanks to John Donvan. And when we come back, so is America finally heading in the right direction? The surprising results of a brand new ABC News Washington Post poll and tonight's closing argument.
Wednesday, in one shocking moment,
This is our fault. We caused this.
every survivor's life
We're under arrest.
is in danger.
Keep your mouth shut and stop asking questions.
ABC's Lost. All new Wednesday, 9/8 Central on ABC.
Kids always take too much. Especially when it comes to bath tissue. But with Charmin Ultra Soft, our softest ever, you can use less because Charmin Ultra Soft is more absorbent than the leading value brand, so you don't have to keep pulling. Less is even more. Our softest for sure. Charmin Ultra Soft. Look for it in the blue package.
America's Best Designer Sale is my favorite sale of the year.
I love the designer sale.
DKNY, French Connection, and more are on sale at America's Best. Get 2 pairs of glasses for $69.95 with a free eye exam.
I didn't even know America's Best had these designers.
Get 2 pairs of glasses for $69.95 with a free eye exam at America's Best.
Don't miss this sale.
The designer sale ends Saturday. Call 1-800-2PAIR and schedule an appointment at America's Best today.
Enjoy one of life's little pleasures. Yoplait has a sweetly satisfying taste and creamy texture that you can't resist. Yoplait in 25 delicious flavors. It is so good.
Help give babies a healthy start. Hi, I'm Deborah Knapp here with Katie, Vivian, and Levi, who are here today through help from the March of Dimes. One day, all babies will be born healthy, but we need to walk to get there. Come and march for babies, Saturday, April 25th, here at the Rose Quarter Commons. When you walk, you give hope to families with babies born too soon or sick. Head to KATU.com for more information. Join us and help K2 and March of Dimes march for babies.
Lexus of Portland's spring sales event is happening now. Specials like the 09 ES350, $399 a month lease. The ES350 sedan, Lexus quality and meaningful value, now $399 a month at Lexus of Portland.
Why settle for super when you can have superb? Or fresh when it can be refreshing? Why settle for any old whip when there's America's favorite, Cool Whip?
Accurate and reliable weather forecast. K2 Storm Tracker Weather.
Goes, she could turn the world on with her smile. But what was her life like when the cameras were off? Tomorrow, Mary Tyler Moore opens up from her battles with diabetes and alcoholism to her deepest loves and painful regrets on Good Morning America.
Time now for tonight's closing argument. In early October, a record low 8% of Americans said they believed the country is heading in the right direction. That's now jumped to 42%, according to an ABC News poll released just minutes ago. So tonight, we want to know what you think. Is America heading in the right direction, or are we still off track? We're already hearing from many of you about this on the Nightline Twitter page. NDH Moff writes, America is losing its freedom every day and people cheer in ignorance. We're changing, but not for the better. Gina Jean says, yes, but it's definitely time to start hitting some benchmarks and see some results from all the spending and new initiatives. And Josh Biggs believes that America has a lot of work to do still before we're actually headed in the right direction. Do tell us what you think by clicking on the Nightline page at abcnews.com or at our Twitter page. And you can see more about the poll on Good Morning America tomorrow. Also tomorrow, a disturbing new trend, texting lewd photos among underage high schoolers.
When a teenager poses for a nude picture, that teen should realize that it's not just his or her parents or grandparents who might see it. It's also their school, their teachers, their principal, the police, and of course their future employers, colleges, future spouses, future children, literally anyone.
That's tomorrow on Nightline. But that's our report for tonight. Jimmy Kimmel Live is up next. But for now, for Terry Moran, Cynthia McFadden, and all of us at ABC News, good night, America.
That's why U.S. Bank sponsors the KGW Great Food Drive. I'm Malia Watson with U.S. Bank. Throughout March, please donate food or cash at any U.S. Bank branch. A $10 contribution can feed a family for days. Support the KGW Great Food Drive because no one should be hungry. Help one.
It's Shoe Week at Ross. The top brands have just arrived. Styles that you never expected to see at Ross at savings of 40 to 70% compared to department and specialty stores. Shoe Week at Ross. The savings are unbeatable.
New at 6, an arrest tonight in a violent cold case, a murder 14 years ago. It was a violent killing. A Portland woman stabbed and left to die on a northeast Portland sidewalk. Tonight, what led police to their suspect and the man they're still trying to track down?
It's President Obama like you've never seen him before, made out of gumballs. It's really pretty good, though. Ripley's Believe It or Not in Times Square unveiled a portrait of President Obama today made entirely of multicolored gumballs. And all that is 12,784 gumballs. The portrait is 6 by 6 foot. Ohio school kids helped assemble the portrait in January as part of the Martin Luther King Day celebration.
Wonder how many gumballs they ate in the process. I'm surprised they had enough to actually finish it. A special edition of Nightly News is straight ahead. Brian Williams is live in London, where President Obama will hit the world stage. Can one day of meetings with world leaders help end a global recession years in the making?
Plus, the hidden danger in the air of your child's school.
That's next on Nightly News. We'll see you back here at 6.